Hey, good morning everybody, it's Bobby, and today I would like to talk about staying steady. That is, keeping a steady head during the backswing. Now, the thrust of this whole video is to show you how you can identify if you're not staying steady, and then how you can fix it. But because invariably someone will ask the question, well, Bobby, it's not true that everyone stays steady. Some great players, Tom Watson among them, who won 8 major championships. He moved off the ball, his head moved to the right. And so did Davis Love, he won a PGA championship. These are great Hall of Fame players. Why is it that you would say that the rest of us need to keep our heads still when clearly you can't argue with the success of some of the greatest players ever who did move a little? I don't want to distract too much from the lesson, but I do want to let you know there's a very good reason why they move off the ball. Those two are good examples, Tom Watson and Davis Love. They had exceedingly high hands at the top of the swing. High hands alone it creates a little bit of a situation in which the swing itself is more steep. A steep swing by itself, if you just have a normal golf swing and then do something to make it steep, that's not good. You have to have as many shallowing qualities to the swing as you do steepening. And so let me just say this. If I have just high hands, my swing is too steep, and what some of the great players who have high hands have found is they can neutralize that by shallowing out their swing by slightly moving to the right on the backswing. In other words, it's not so steep. There's some lateral movement in it so that the circle becomes bigger and therefore more shallow down at the bottom, and they don't suffer from just a steep swing. Now, that's for a teacher to know. That's not for you to put to memory, but I do want you to know there's a very cogent reason why some of the greatest players in the world, particularly those who have super high hands at the top, do tend to move a little to the right. Never up and down, but a little to the right. As for you, and for 95 people out of 100, you would be very well off to just simply adopt the idea that the more you can keep your head steady, the better off you are. And let's talk about that. So I've got a club here. This is a club shaft. You can use anything. I'm going to stick it in the ground. This is to find out, first of all, if I have a problem with my head moving. What I'm going to do is I'm going to stick that thing right in the ground and position myself with a club in hand as if I'm about ready to hit a shot so that my eyes can only see the very end of that club because of where I position my head. All right? Now, if I were over here, I could not only see the top of it, but I could see the right side. I'm not going to do that. I want my eyes right on the very end so that doesn't look like anything except for a black dot to me. Can't see any other part of the shaft. And I'm going to go to the top of the backswing. And if I find that suddenly I can see the right side of that shaft, then I've moved my head. This is a way for me to diagnose to find out if I'm even in need of this. And I go, what? I didn't know I was moving to the right. Well, I did it again. Well, what do I have to do? And eventually, if you stay there long enough, you'll figure out what you have to do in time and space in order to stay perfectly centered. This is the instrument you use to tune you in and make a few golf swings and go, I got it now. I got it. I got it. This tuned you in. Now you can use the golf ball for the same purpose. That is, figure out if, in the way that taught you, see if your head is moving, and oh, I can see an extra dimple over here. That showed me what was going on when I did that. Now it's a dimple. It may not be the edge of the shaft, but it's a dimple, so I know I moved. How do oh, I got it now. And once you can finally turn and not see any more dimples to the right or to the left, then you can start hitting some shots. And it won't be long before you derive all the benefits of having a nice centered golf swing. I know that's going to help you. If I can do anything for you, you let me know. I'll see you next week.